This is On the Couch with Dr. K, a show focused on answering the questions of urban and hip-hop adults rising to reach personal stars in daily life. Now, here's your host, Dr. K.
And good afternoon. You're listening to On the Couch with Dr. K. I'm your hostess, Dr. K. Welcome. You're listening to AM 990 Talk Radio of the South, and we are asking the question, MAYPAC, was it a hit or was it a miss? This is In the Ring with Randa. Yay! Everybody clap. Yay! So, those of you who are looking, I'm sure you can see we have a room full of absolutely fabulous gentlemen in with us today. And if you want to get in on this call, give us a call at 901-260-5926. That's 901-260-KWAM. If you want to get in on this fabulous topic today, MAYPAC, that's the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, right, Randa?
That is certainly correct.
Okay. Was it a hit or was it a miss? And I know a lot of people have a lot of different ideas about that. So first we're going to do introductions around the room, and then we will get right into the rumble about this topic. So Randa, I'm going to let you introduce yourself as if you need an introduction. I'm sure you don't. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Randa Streeter. I'm Dr. Streeter's little sister.
Oh. She is 4 years older than me. I don't know why she says that.
Well, once again, I am her little sister. And, of course, I hope everybody by now should know who I am. I love boxing. I love talking about it. And I love giving the female point of view about any boxing or, well, boxing, what? Issues, thoughts that may come up.
Okay, great. Thank you, Randa.
Yeah.
Okay, we are moving right along. Go ahead, Mr. Herbery.
I'm Timmy Herbery. I'm with Herbery's Home Improvement Construction Company. I'm just here on the show to enjoy myself this evening. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there.
Okay, all right, that's a good one.
My name is Reginald Harris, and I'm looking just forward to having a platform to be able to actually voice my opinion on the fight.
All right,
Yay!
Okay, moving along.
My name is C.J. Ben. I'm a representative of Zuma Worldwide Health and Wellness Products, and I love boxing, and I'm also trying to learn some right here from other folks that's going to express their opinions.
Oh, okay. We have a learner in the house. Okay. Last but certainly not least, we're going to go around to our boxing historian, Mr. Randy Irving. Yay!
Yay, Randy Irving! Yay!
As Dr. K has so eloquently stated, my name is Randy Irving. I had the privilege of being my third opportunity to be on In the Ring with Randa to go over the MAYPAC fight. And I'm very excited to talk about this fight. But I do want to also say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Thank you.
Nothing like the love of a mother. So to all you mothers out there, we love you. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Thank you. You have brought us right to exactly what we want to say, which is, Happy Mother's Day to everyone. We definitely want to say Happy Mother's Day to our mother, Mrs. Catherine Streeter.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
For me, too.
Yay, from everybody. And after our first break, we're going to have two call-in guests. We will have Mr.
Miles Bailey, who is a boxing manager out of New York. And we will also have coach, trainer Mike Stafford. He has trained so many fighters in the game. One you all should know, Adrian Broner, The Problem, and Lamont Peterson, and a whole lot of others.
Yes.
So I can't wait to hear what they have to say.
All right, all right. So, wow. With that being said, we're almost at our first break. Remember, our topic for today is MAYPAC. Was it a hit or was it a miss? If you want to get in on this conversation, give us a call. The number here is 901-260-5926. That's 901-260-KWAM. You're listening to On the Couch with Dr. K. I'm your hostess, Dr. K, and we have a special segment today, In the Ring with Randa, and she is in the room with a bunch of fantastic people. A bunch of fantastic people who've already introduced themselves. We also have some great gentlemen who will be calling in after our first break. Unfortunately, Stanley is not here today.
Wow.
I'm going to cry. And so if you see me, I am recording this. So I hope the button is on. I'm sure this week the recording is going to look really jacked up. But we're doing the best thing that we can do. So we'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to AM 990 KWAM Talk Radio. Remember to go to our brand new website, On the Couch with Dr. K. Like us on Facebook at On the Couch with Dr. K. We'll be right back.
Yay! Buying or selling a home and don't know where to start? Call Sharon Brown of Cry Realtors at 901-355-7271. To learn more about the services offered by Sharon Brown, visit her on the web at www.sharonbrown.cry-like.com or like her on Facebook today. Her success comes when your home is sold or you have the keys to your new home. Call Sharon Brown of Cry Like Realtors at 901-355-7271 for all your real estate needs today. Karen Streeter Psychological Consulting is a firm dedicated to helping parents, schools, churches, and organizations assess and treat learning, emotional, and behavior difficulties in children. We offer services such as IQ testing, academic testing, behavior analysis, behavioral planning, preventive counseling, parent training, staff development, professional development, crisis management, and risk assessments, and so much more. To enrich the lives of your children, call Karen Streeter Psychological Consulting at 901-650-2569 or email me at kstreeter5@aol.com. Streeter's Total Beauty is a hair salon that invites you to enjoy a lifestyle full of beauty today. Dial 901-649-0559. Look to Randa Patton Streeter's lifestyle blog, which also invites you to enjoy a lifestyle full of high fashion and glamour. Like her on Facebook today.
And you're listening to On the Couch with Dr. K right here on AM 990 Talk Radio of the South. We're asking the question, MAYPAC, is it a hit or was it a miss? We have on the radio right now one of the greatest coaches in boxing ever, and certainly today. I think you're biased. Do you have other coaches to compare him to?
Yes.
You're biased. Anyway, Mike Stafford, how are you, sir?
Oh, how you guys doing? Pretty good.
Mike, are you there?
Yes, I am. How you guys doing?
Okay,
Hello?
so we have a couple of questions for you. We're going to let Randa ask the questions.
Coach Stafford, do you think it's a miss or a hit?
I think it's a hit. It's a hit because you got to realize Mayweather really tricked the kid. I mean, he knew he had to fight. I mean, he knew he had to fight 12 rounds, and he knew that all Pacquiao was going to do was try to knock him out. I mean, that was the whole key to the whole fight. He said he was going to knock Mayweather out and this and that. It was even with the coach. So, you know, you got to look at it. It's not what we think is what's inside the ring. We're not inside the ring. We outside criticizing. Mm-hmm. So you got to look at it as being smart. You know, we can say this, we can say that, the whole world can say this, but nobody is in that ring but three people. the referee, and the two fighters. And with that said, Floyd took care of business. I mean, he naturally, you're going to get hit in boxing. You're going to get hit. I heard the guy said that was his best round. Naturally, this guy's he's a 6-time world champion. He's going to get hit. He ain't fighting no bomb. But Floyd just, he was just a bigger man, and he did, almost like a rope-a-dope, like Ali did. And then he, and tricked him. He tricked him. That's all he did. I mean, if you can't see that, then you don't know boxing. He tricked him. He could have hit Pacquiao any time he wanted to, if you seen the fight. So that's all it is,
So, hey, Mr. Stafford, let me ask you this, and I'm gonna throw my answer as to whether it was a hit or a miss out there, and I got a couple of stats to back up what I'm saying. I think that the fight was a hit. First of all, you have 5 million pay-per-view buys, so 5 million people paid $100, and it's twice of what any pay-per-view fight has ever been. 5 million people paid $100 to see that fight. So that's a hit. Floyd Mayweather gonna make $180 million. Pacquiao probably gonna make $100 million. So that's a hit. Okay. And a whole lot of people that have never really paid attention to boxing tuned in to watch that fight. So I think that it's a hit. My question for you, Mr. Stafford, is this. I had a fight party at my house. I wasn't able to go to Vegas. I had a fight party at my house. I had 100 people in my house watching this fight. And a lot of lay people and when I say lay, people who've never really paid attention or watched boxing, thought the fight did not live up to the hype, and they felt that Floyd was running. I didn't think so at all. To your point, Manny Pacquiao, up until last Saturday, has been thought to be the one person that could beat Floyd Mayweather, has been thought to be one of the pound-for-pound greatest fighters in boxing for the last 10 years. There is a reason why he could not get to Floyd. And I think people negate Floyd for his skill. And they say that Floyd does not have punching power, but it was a right hand and there was some jabs that kept Pacquiao from running up into there. So why did you think Pacquiao was not the same fighter that he's been for 10 years? He been knocking folks out. The little bitty dude been coming up, and folks been like, oh, he is so hard, he's so strong, he's so fast, he got footwork. But for a reason, and not because he wasn't ready, he was ready. What do you feel the reason why Pacquiao was not the Pacquiao that everybody expected last week?
Well, if you really looked at, I mean, like you said all the right things, and once Floyd touched him early in the first round, Floyd knew that he was gonna win the fight, because the simple reason he was too easy to hit, and when somebody's tagging you like that and faster than you, then he wasn't able to adjust to Floyd, in which I think they, like I said, get back to the same old thing. They trained to knock Floyd out. They didn't train for his defense and his movement and his smartness and countering. They didn't train. Pacquiao should have been countering Floyd, but he didn't know how to do it. They didn't teach him that. That Freddie Roach hasn't taught that Pacquiao that, And I mean, it's a gift too, but it's also it's something that you could work at, And I think they trained I know they trained Pacquiao to knock Floyd out. They figured that once Pacquiao hit Floyd with their left hand, Floyd was gonna go down. That's all they trained for, and that's what you seen. And then with the counter punching, and like you said, the quick, speed is power. People don't realize that speed is power, because the quickness of the punch, it's not like saying you can hit somebody and not knock him down, but I think the speed of your punches and is more deadly than just the power. That speed will kill. That's why they say speed kills. Well, and that's what it was, speed.
if they train for him to knock out Floyd, I think that they were ill prepared because for the last at least 10 years, Floyd has fought nothing but pay-per-view worthy fighters, and he's never even been down. Shane Mosley is the only person that's ever touched him enough that where I would say I felt he wobbled him. With Shane wobbled him twice good in the first round of their fight. In the second round of that, Floyd stood in the center of that ring and made Shane Mosley quit. And I've never seen Shane Mosley quit before.
Coach Mike Stafford?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I guess we found out from you that Mayweather versus Pacquiao, that event was a hit. And coming from you, I know it was a hit. But my next question for you is for you to tell us about this great event that's going to occur June the 20th with one of your superstar fighters, Adrian Broner, The Problem.
Oh, okay, yes. That will be June the 20th, as well as the 21st. We're going to be in Vegas. We got Adrian, and he's fighting June the 20th, and then we have some of my Olympians fighting June the 21st, night at Olympics. Adrian's going to be fighting Sean Porter. He was IBF world champion, current former IBF.
Mike, you have everybody's faces. You got everybody making faces like, wow. Are you all meaning you want to go see the fight, or you gonna watch it? I think you're gonna shut Memphis down, or you're gonna have a lot of people in Vegas to see Adrian Broner go against Sean Porter.
I'm excited to see that fight.
Yes, we got a lot of what they saying. They don't want to see that fight.
No, I'm surprised that fight was signed. I didn't realize that you had that fight signed. Wow, I'm glad to hear that.
It's about 99% sure that they're going to fight. So,
where are they going to fight at? In Vegas.
In Vegas.
Are they going to be at the MGM?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
NBC. Yeah, it's NBC.
It's going to be part of the Premier Boxing Champions series that they're running?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. While we're talking about that, how do you feel about the Premier Boxing Champions series? I know this will be Broner's second time on there. I think the last time we saw Broner, he really put on a show against Molina, which I was really impressed with how well he did against Molina. I'm really amazed with what Al Heyman has done with that to bring boxing back to the major networks after 20 years of being absent on the major networks. Me as a boxing fan, I'm really excited about that. You as a boxing trainer and having a fighter that's coming up, that's a premier champion right now, how do you feel about this series?
I think it's a great series. I mean, you see the matches that Al's making, even though, he's fighting, he's managing the same guys. And you see that he's trying to get the people what they want. It's very, for them to be something like that free on TV, like Sean Porter and Adrian Broner, that's like a pay-per-view, almost close to a pay-per-view or Showtime.
That is. That's an HBO championship.
That's a superstar championship.
Wow.
Yeah,
fight.
You got
fight party.
You got two of the top superstar kids, So
let me break in.
And they getting ready to bring it. You know what I'm saying? We all. At the end of the day, we all friends, but actually boxing is a business, and we all in business to make money and make the people happy, because that's what they want to see. So that's what it's coming down to, Al, making the fights and making the people happy. And then with the premier boxing is great because they get to see it for free on NBC. So, and then the ticket prices won't be the same as last week. That's the great part.
I can afford to go to this fight.
Yeah, you can afford.
Mike Stafford, thank you. I love the cost of watching that fight, which is free. That is a great price. I love that. And you have been so gracious to be on with us for this long. We appreciate you, sir. And we're going to talk to you next time. And we're all next time going to be talking about Adrian Bronner. Yeah. Okay. Yay. Mike Stafford. Okay. So now we're going to go around the room and hear what these gentlemen have to say about MAYPAC, hit or miss. So we're going to start with you, Tim. Is it a hit or a miss? And after that, we're going to go to Miles Bailey, who's holding on the line.
Well, with all the millions that they've been talking about, as far as I'm concerned, it's a hit.
Okay.
I just need some of the millions. Some of the love.
Okay, we're going to go to Reginald Harris. What are your thoughts, sir?
I actually thought it was a hit, and as they alluded to earlier, for a lot of people for a lot of lay fans that thought it was supposed to be more exciting, it was your typical Mayweather fight. And I think one thing that a lot of people don't necessarily attribute to most athletes is his intellectual capital. Between him, his father, and his uncle, they laid out the perfect roadmap to beating him. And when you also look at the fact that when Mayweather also beat most of the people that have actually beat Pacquiao handily, I think that was kind of a footnote that a lot of people didn't really want to bring out because it gave the illusion that Pacquiao was a much greater fighter than he ever was, and a lot of people didn't hit that point as well.
All right. Informed decision. So we're going right around, sir. Right around. Yeah, you get your own mic.
Yeah, my thoughts is this: anytime that you can gross the type of revenue that break records, that is a hit.
Yes.
A lot of people got paid and got paid well. And even as I was sitting in the audience as a spectator trying to be entertained, just the thought of the type of revenue would entertain me.
Yeah, because I was sitting in the audience and I was just adding up all of the thousands of dollars they got off of one person.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
Exactly.
So it sounds like we have a bunch of capitalists in this room.
Oh, yes.
And, because the question was really about, his skill, but everybody's like, he made a lot of money, so hit, right?
Hit.
When you get through with it, I think that, especially with boxing, and I think more so with boxing than any other sport, the risk versus reward is such such a greater level. So in basketball, you may have somebody that tears an ACL or twists an ankle. But in boxing, you're risking your life every time you step into that ring. So when you see, especially a young person like Floyd Mayweather that can generate that type of revenue, the numbers that we're talking about, 5 million people paying to see that fight, that's unheard of. So that's 5 million people that probably, they were thinking on the optimistic side that there would be 3 million buys. So to hit 2 million over what they were anticipating was going to break the record. I mean, that's just unheard of. So, it's record breaking. So to see athletes really be able to bring home that money, especially in the sport where they're risking their lives, you have to say that that's a hit.
Yeah. I mean, and you're very right. Not only are they risking their lives, they're risking the quality of life. Because we met some retired boxers while we were out there at an event, and their quality of life, they're alive, but the tank is no longer full. Yeah. Miles Bailey, what do you say, sir? We're so glad to have you on the show.
Thank you. In my opinion, not only was it a hit, it just was opening the door for the mega fights because the guys that really want to make it, now they have a dream to shoot at because years ago they used to give out a lot of money for the fights, and now it's not just the money thing. It's more of Mayweather. Mayweather did what he was supposed to do. And Pacquiao, by not showing up, not because of him, he had gotten hurt, is not Mayweather's fault. And what I think, in my opinion, what's going to happen now is that it's going to be a super fight with Mayweather and Triple G that's going to be coming up really soon. But back to what Mayweather has done, like somebody elaborated and embarked on earlier, when Pacquiao had him on the ropes and couldn't do anything for him, was it a 4th or 5th round? I knew as a fighter, because I was a former boxer, that when he didn't get him at that time and he stepped back out to the middle of the ring, that's when Mayweather knew he had him, because he had did the Ali rope-a-dope, and Pacquiao could do nothing with him. So that there, along with Mayweather pot-shotting him and just moving around and moving at will, it was great for boxing, because even though people didn't get the Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, Rumble in the Jungle, Ali, Foreman, but they got a show to where everybody knows how Mayweather fights. He's a defensive fighter, and Sugar Ray Robinson brought up the point years ago. The art of boxing is to hit and don't get hit, and that's what Floyd Mayweather Jr. did. So if people didn't like it, you know what you're going to get. He's not going to get in there and do the Roberto Duran and go toe-to-toe, mano-to-mano. He's going to move around, do what he has to do to win. And you know what? Hey, he did what he had to do. He may have gave Pacquiao 2 rounds, 3 the most, which was generous. It could have been a shutout, but he did what he had to do. It was great for boxing. I mean, the money was beautiful, but at least people did get a show, and it's going to be a bigger thing. And I'm going to tell you this why, because years ago, Henry Armstrong went up from 126 to 160. To the people that do know boxing, this is in the 1930s and 40s. Ali beat Liston. He was giving him about 15 to 20 pounds. Michael Spinks beat Holmes. He went up from light heavyweight to win the heavyweight title. Sugar Ray Leonard beat Hagler, went from 147 to 160. Leon Spinks beat Ali after winning the Olympics to go from 175, and Ali was 224 when they fought, even though Spinks was 197. And the last thing, Ray Robinson beat Joey Maximum, but he passed out in the ring, and he was going from 147 to 175, and this is in the 40s. The people that do know boxing, Ruby Goldstein, the referee, passed out in the ring. So this to show you, these are things, and point in case, the reason why the Mayweather-Golovkin fight is going to really go big is because it's like a country and a nation going against each other. And the most important factor of what's going on is you got 2 undefeated fighters, and everybody's going to tune into that. So when you talk about money, it's going to be a lot of money. So when it all breaks out, you got a guy that's 48-0 against a guy 32-0 with 29 knockouts. Everybody's looking to see who's going to lose, and they're waiting for Floyd to lose, and there's a good chance he can beat him, in my opinion, especially if they fight at a catch weight. If they fight at 154, because Floyd would have to go up 7 pounds, and Golovkin would have to go down 6 pounds, which would be fair to everybody. And you talk about money, Floyd, I know some people that would back that, where Floyd can make close to $200 million guaranteed, plus another 100 from pay-per-view. But, that's just my opinion on things. And any other questions, it's like David slaying Goliath, and I think it can happen.
So Miles, you're saying that you think that there is a real chance that this fight will happen. Floyd has already gone on record to say he is going to fight in September, which is pretty quick from this fight.
Right.
That's pretty much Floyd's thing. He fights Cinco de Mayo, and he fights usually that 18th, that second weekend in September. So
right,
he's probably going. The rumor is he's going to fight Amir Khan then. So you're saying if he beats Amir Khan, there's a great chance that he'll go for the 50th win, which will beat Rocky Marciano's
record, right,
against Triple G.
And that would be great, because they would give him a chance to build into that. And like I said, the 154 would be better for both, because Golovkin was going to fight Rosario at a catch weight at 157 or 150. I was just looking at it this morning. So the extra 3 pounds, it would only be fair to Floyd, because like his father said, I was watching another interview, he walks around 149, 150. He can make 140 if he pushed himself. So let's be fair, because there's going to be enough money. Those 6 pounds are not going to make a difference to Golovkin. It would be fair to Floyd, because it would be a mental advantage that he's not fighting up against a guy that's just going to overwhelm him. So that's what he did to Canelo when he fought Canelo at a catch weight. He came down. It made him bear down in weight, where he was a little weaker, but it helped Floyd in the end.
Miles,
yes, ma'am.
Hold up for 1 second. I have a guest in here, Reginald. He was making some faces as you were talking about Mayweather going up in weight to 150. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I would be afraid. I would be afraid to do that myself, but I want to hear what Reginald has to say.
I appreciate your comments, and you're right on point. But I guess I'll be honest with you. I like the safe bets. But when you look at, I'm going up in weight. I'm going out with a guy who specifically has tagged himself as a knockout artist. Is it really would you take the safe bet to pick someone else versus going at somebody who's that hungry? I mean, because it's like he would be a bigger threat to me than I would think Pacquiao would be. I think this guy would, to me.
Triple G hungry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got somebody you got that plus hunger,
Reginald,
and I mean, and you got a guy on your resume like Floyd Mayweather. I mean, you pretty much cemented your career.
Okay, you know what? You're right, but you know the people as humans are so spoiled by Floyd. He beat this one, he beat that one. You want to put up a challenge in this, and all the gamblers and the people that know, you won't see 7, 8, 10 to 1. It'll either be a pick'em, 6-5, 7-5. But Golovkin would be the favorite in my eyes. But I think Floyd can win because, as somebody said earlier, speed beats power. So if Floyd can wind it up one more time to be as fast as he can, as he did when he fought Arturo Gatti, he has a chance. Because when Hagler fought Leonard, everybody thought Leonard didn't have a chance. And Leonard hadn't fought in 5 years. He fought one time. And you know what? Sugar Ray beat him. So when you say that, you're right. Golovkin, this, that, and the third. But to me, he wasn't as good as Hagler, but he has 19 or 20 straight knockouts. He's undefeated. But this would be good for the public because everybody would get their money's worth. I guarantee you, and you know, I'm a betting man, that it won't be like the Pacquiao Mayweather. Not that it was bad because Mayweather did what he had to do. Golovkin is going to come in there and take it right to Mayweather. But Mayweather would have to get on his bicycle, move around, box hold. But it won't be a boring fight. I can guarantee you that. Everybody would get their money's worth. It won't be where he hurt his shoulder and we want to fight again and the public feel they got duped. It won't be that. It would be a collision of something almost like when Ali fought Frazier, 2 undefeated, and they're going at it. Even though Ali lost the first fight, but it lived up to the billing. So that's what I'm thinking or what should happen because Mayweather doesn't have to do it because he is, in his eyes, the best ever. And that's debatable because you got Sugar Ray Robinson, Ali. But in his time, he's never lost. So I can't knock what he's thinking because he made a great point. He never had a chance to fight a guy with 7 professional fights. And I love that point because when Ali fought Spinks was 6-0-1. And Ali lost the fight, even though he came back and won the rematch. But Floyd never had a chance to fight a guy with 6 or 7 fights when he had 30 or 40. He's always fighting tough guys, champions. So I got to give him his props on that. He's, you know, the best ever. But, you know, that's debatable to the old timers when you come to Sugar Ray, Tommy Hearns, Leonard, and all those other guys. But he's beaten everybody they put in front of him. So to his credit, you know, until he gets beat, he's the best ever.
Miles, you, as always, bring such an energy to the conversation and just a lot of points that we all agree with and are absolutely frightened by at the same time. So thank you so much for everything you've said. So tell us before you go, do you have anything coming down the pike that we need to know about?
Well, yes, I do. I have a couple of fighters. Actually, my fighter, Kim Dubeffel, just fought last night. He's a heavyweight. He lost to Michael Hunter in the Olympics, so he won by knockout. He's coming to Vegas. I have another fighter, Lonnie Thompson, who's here, who lost to Kovalev. So those 2 guys I have, and I'm working also with the Hunter boys, where I'm putting something together, hopefully with them, and that's pretty much my stable. But I just want to say, give a shout-out to my family, my daughter, who's a promoter, Barbara, who's be working with me, and T50, who will be working with me. Her dad, Terry, is my partner, too. So my thing in life is that we're going to get this boxing back on the map and the close. That Mayweather-Golovkin fight will really shoot energy right back in the boxing like the Pacquiao Mayweather didn't live up to, but it did. But to people that know boxing, they're going to be fireworks like Hagler Hearns. All you got to do is go back to the YouTube and see that first round, and that's what that would be. And I don't know how it would go, but it would be great. Trust me, and you boxing historians know what I'm talking about.
I'm with you, Miles.
Okay.
I have one question for you.
Okay.
All right.
I hope to see you next go around, and love to Randa, Dr. K, and everybody there, Reginald, and I'll be talking to you guys soon.
Okay,
well, thank you
so much, Miles. We just so appreciate you. People are sweating and, you know, thinking about how they're going to, you know, make these bets with the bookies. I don't bet, but, you know,
Really?
don't get your legs broken.
Oh.
Again.
Again. Wow, we are almost out of time. I cannot believe it. We have just a few seconds left, and I always like to give everybody 10 seconds to shine. So we're going to start with all the gentlemen, and then you'll be last, Randa. So Tim, 10 seconds to shine. What? 10. We're counting down. 10. Go ahead.
Happy Mother's Day again. My phone number 901-598-2785. Hervey Construction. Give me a call.
$20 for that shameless plug. Go ahead. Next.
Reginald, I just want to say Happy Mother's Day for all those mothers who are still here with us, and I like to give my condolences for those who don't have this with them.
Thank you. See, that was sweet. Next person, please.
Let me shout out to the mothers, too. I want to congratulate you for participating in the miracle of conception and going on to bring forth a new birth to our world. And so may God bless all of you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. So much sweetness in here. I'm going to get diabetes. Okay.
Let me jump on the bandwagon. Happy Mother's Day to my mother.
Okay.
Yay. Thank you for being a great mother to me. And happy Mother's Day to the mothers of my two children, Tamara Irving and Raquel Irving. Thank you for giving me two beautiful children. And thank you, Mayweather, Pacquiao, Miles Bailey, Mike Stafford, for giving us some great fights and giving us a reason to come have In the Ring with Randa. And I must say thank you to Randa and Dr. K. Streeter
for
letting me be a part of In the Ring with Randa. I'm so glad that I was on the flight with you guys headed out to Vegas and we talked boxing and had a good time all the way out to Vegas. So thank you so much for being kind and gracious enough to have me here.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Randa, your 10 seconds to shine, ma'am.
Well, once again, I'm Randa. I love boxing. And first and foremost, I want to thank all of these handsome young men for being here and being able to talk with a young lady about boxing. Well, today we didn't box each other. We weren't able to hit. But I think Coach Stafford and Miles Bailey gave us a lot of information for the fight that we saw, last Saturday? Yeah. And up-and-coming fights that's coming up very soon. And I just want to tell everybody thank you for supporting me with boxing. All right. And we'll be looking forward to something else soon.
Yay. Okay. All right, Randa. And I just want to say to everyone and to all of the mothers, happy Mother's Day, whether you are the mother of children, the mother of dogs, the mother of all mothers, and wherever you are, happy Mother's Day. We salute and honor each and every one of you. And for everyone, as always in parting, I want to wish you a life full of love, peace, and happiness.
All right now.
If you cannot be in love, unfortunately, if you cannot be in love, then at least try to be happy. If you cannot be happy, then at least try to be peaceful. But when your peace has been disturbed, it's time for you to change your situation. You've been listening to On the Couch with Dr. K. I've been your hostess, Dr. K, right here on AM 990 Talk Radio. I want to thank all of you fabulous gentlemen for being here. Thank you, Mike Stafford and Miles Bailey, for being on the line. Remember, everyone, please go to Facebook and like us, and go to our brand new website, On the Couch with Dr. K. I have another shameless plug here for the Zuma Health and Wellness Seminar, which will be Saturday, May 16th at the Hilton, Ridge Lake Boulevard. If you can make it, please come out. It's sponsored by Team Memphis of Kuma Worldwide. So make sure you make that. It's all about your health. And we will see you next Sunday right here on the radio. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Give yourselves a hand.
All right.
And have an absolutely fabulous Sunday.